Hey guys, so real quick, I wanted to talk about a couple things that I recently just purchased that are going to make a difference in my hunting for sure. And let me go grab the other one. Okay, so like I was saying, there's been a couple recent purchases in my life and my hunting that I really feel have changed kind of the game. And actually one of them is an older purchase, but I finally decided to see if it would work. And actually I'll talk about that one first, seeing as how it's already in the camera view. This is called a Wemo Wi-Fi smart plug, and this is going to go more so to those of you. I'm not 100% sure if the scent master or the scent crusher bag, you have to plug that in. If you do, pay attention. But I have been utilizing a scent master box for 3 or 4 years now, and I love the thing. Basically what it does is it circulates warm air throughout the entirety of the cavity of it. You can put carbon filters in it. Well, there is carbon filters in it. I add some activated carbon to it, just keep it in there, just to kind of help promote odor absorption. But the story behind it is basically, or the reason for the Scent Master box is, one, it will actually dry your clothes. You know, obviously if you go through a downpour, you're gonna have to run it a ton in order to dry your clothes out. But one of the biggest odor causing things is bacteria, and bacteria cannot grow in a dry climate. If there's no moisture, it doesn't thrive, it doesn't survive. And this is a big thing, especially for foot odors and things of that nature. I keep my boots in there, I keep them the top down, so when I open up the Scent Master box, the soles of the shoes are actually pointed up. And I have noticed a great difference in foot odor. Things of that nature have basically become non-existent between it, my activated carbon regime, putting activated carbon powder into my shoes. I need to add zeolite to, it's a more powder-friendly odor absorption method, because activated carbon gets very messy, and my feet basically look black by the end of the night. But anyways, this Wemo Wi-Fi remote is awesome, because I don't know how many times I have thought, man, it'd be awesome. I'm leaving work right now. I'm going to be heading out to the property here within 2 or 3 hours. I'd love to turn that thing on and have it start, drying out my clothes, filtering any scents that are in there, and really just reactivating that Scent Master box. Now I can do it from work. And I'm not 100% sure if you can hear the Scent Master box that's running in the background, but I have tested this. I have one on my coffee pot, and I can actually turn the coffee pot on and off from miles and miles and miles away. As long as I have an internet signal, whether I have connection via a wireless network or I'm using my 4G on my smartphone, I can activate this plug-in, and I have already tested it with the Scent Master box. So this is a game changer as far as I'm concerned. It'll be nice because on those really cold days, the Scent Master box, when it runs, it actually warms up your clothing. So by the time I get to the property, it'll be nice and warm, because when I pick it up out of the garage and put it in my truck, that'll contain that warmth. And when I get to the property and I'm changing in the snow and everything, it's going to be nice to feel that. So the other difference is the minus 33 Merino wool clothing. This is one of the top and premier merino wool manufacturers out there. And for those of you that, I'm not going to go into the details, but merino wool is by far one of the best materials that you can put against your skin as a base layer, from moisture wicking properties to which also helps eliminate scent and odor, because it's lifting that moisture off of your body and basically drying you and cooling you in the same instance. And it's also going to be a good heat container. So the fact that it can kind of do both of those things is amazing. And it's a thinner product. I bought a midweight bottom, a midweight top, and I bought some boxer briefs. The boxer briefs are amazing. I have played basketball in them. I tested them. Okay, I played basketball in them for softball, or I played basketball for 2 hours on a Sunday, and then Monday night I had softball, and I decided to throw the same pair on. I know that sounds disgusting, but I wanted to test these things because I had a buddy who goes out elk hunting, and he says, Ty, you will not believe, I will wear the same pair of boxer briefs for 2 days, 3 days, and they do not smell. It is utterly incredible. So tested it. It's true. Very, very, very minimal odor, if any, and that is incredible. They feel amazing. They wick moisture right off your body, which is an incredible thing. So I'm looking forward to minus 33 changing my hunt. I did get the little headband, and this will come in handy when those temps are getting down into the 50s. I'm in a ground blind or whatever. It's just black and charcoal gray. But this will be a great thing to just wrap around my head for those days when the tips of the ears are getting cold, but I don't want to put a whole face net on or anything like that. this will come in handy. It'll also come in handy in the fact that I don't like adding bulk to my body. You know, a wool mask is going to keep me warmer, but it's going to add a lot of bulk. So one of the things that I do is I do wear, you guys have probably seen, I wear, you know, tight, almost like a synthetic material headband, or a skull cap, and then as well it covers my face some. But I can wear this over those, and it'll add that extra merino wool layer that's going to protect me from the elements, keep me warm, keep me in the stand longer, and that's ultimately the only reason why I'm doing all these things. So those are the two purchases that I am extremely excited about that are recent. I do actually, I guess I do have another purchase. I did pick up another Radix PS No Glow trail camera. They were running a special the other day. It was like $15 or $25 off, I can't remember. So I grabbed one of these. I also have the Radix. I bought one of those Gen 500s, which is their larger camera with the full SD cards. That is actually hung up. I have not checked that in a while. And actually, I guess I have one more purchase. Smaller purchase. This is a HME, which stands for Hunting Made Easy. They bring out products. This is actually a trail camera holder, and it screws into the tree here, obviously. And then there's a wing nut here that I can adjust this however I want. So picture a camera. Now this Radix is not the typical one because it actually mounts in the back, but I'll try to illustrate this. So imagine that connected, and then that against the tree. Eliminates straps, the need for straps around trees. And if there's one thing that I've learned, and this is from walking around other people's properties, walking around my own, one of the first things you notice about a trail camera is the unnatural hard straight lines of the strap going around the tree. You can be walking up from the side, the back, or the front. Most of the time, you're going to notice that strap before you notice the camera. So I actually see this as an awesome product in the fact, and I have a Hawk one. Hawk makes one as well, which is actually what's holding the Gen 500 right now. So check it out, HME or Hawk. They both make an awesome trail camera holder. There is a cheaper version that I have that doesn't have this elbow joint. Basically picture just this bracket and then a wing nut right here that goes up to the camera. So there's no adjusting the angle of the camera or anything. You basically got to put it in where you got it and it'll hold the camera, which is fine for those cases where you want to just go straight out. So keep an eye out for those things. It makes eliminating the straps, if you will. And the nice thing is, one thing you can do then is, I can walk up to that tree, I can unscrew the wing nut, pop the camera right off, and I don't have to worry about removing that trail camera setup if I don't want to. And I can come back and use it again if I want. The one downside is it does screw into the tree, so you know, younger trees might grow around it. You might want to get in the habit of at least taking them out a little bit. What I'll probably do is I'll remove them after the season sometime in February or so once bucks start dropping, and I probably won't utilize those up until maybe June or July and allow that tree to grow and heal. And I may even put some tree what do they call it, tree goo or tree salve ointment for when you're cutting trees or pruning. Tree tar, I think, is one of the brands that I've seen. But this video's went on long enough. Those are just a few of the purchases that I am excited about. I think they're going to change kind of my approach to hunting. They're going to make it much easier, and perhaps one of them you will look into. I will admit, the Wemo is actually a very cheap option if you're looking to do something like I'm doing with it, or maybe you're just looking to have a coffee pot or something like that. Anything that plugs in, you can use these with, from what I've been told. The -33 stuff, I will admit, it is not the cheapest stuff. It is highly, or it's high quality. So it's not going to be the cheapest stuff you ever buy, but it is well worth it. I think, if I remember right, I got the bottom and the top is a 1/4 zip with a 1/2 mock neck, so it's going to protect my neck just a little bit, and it's a mid-weight, so I got the bottom and top, and then these, and I think I spent about $139, $149, so it was not cheap by any means, at least for me. And then the underwear that I bought, or the boxer briefs, were about $30 a piece, if I remember right. So again, not the cheapest stuff, but I have been going through with this synthetic stuff, and it works great when it's, you know, 70, 80 degrees. I don't want much stuff. I'll just wear my base layers by ScentLock, and they do great. But when you start getting into the 50s and 40s, and you don't want to add bulk, but you want to feel warm, you want to have moisture-wicking abilities, I hate to say it, but you're just not going to accomplish that unless you're using high-quality materials, and that comes with a cost. So just keep that in mind. I look forward to this changing my entire late season hunting, and hopefully one day I'll add their expedition layers, which are even for heavier and colder weather. But yet when I say heavy, you're in the merino wool world. Heavy does not mean the same thing as the layers that you buy from other companies, or those really thick wool based, or not wool, but it's fleece based materials. You're talking thinner fabric, better moisture wicking qualities, better warmth qualities, just better everything, and you're going to pay for that. So we'll see when my budget can withstand that. So this is Ty. Tomorrow is opening day. You're going to see this video. I'm hours away from trying to make a decision what I'm going to do personally. I have tracked every single movement. We don't have many bucks that have really raised a flag except for Bertier. And believe it or not, the Excel spreadsheet, every single feature tomorrow, from the moon to the pressure to the temperature to the wind, everything is pointing to the fact that he has a tendency to use the bedding that is just, you know, the bedding entrance and exit coming out of that bedding area where I've gotten all these videos of him and everything, which is where I shot splits last year. There's a high potential that he will he'll use that bedding. So I've got to make a decision. Am I going to move in early season? I wouldn't even be considering this. For those of you watching this, you've already seen on Facebook today I posted that article that I wrote about the early season, the worst enemy being you. It's a marathon, guys, not a sprint. And the only reason I may move in on Bertier and not hunt an observational stand is because of the entrance and exit is bulletproof. With this wind, he should not be bedding on the other property that I utilize the edge to walk in behind this line that this tree stands in. I shouldn't bump him. The only way I should bump him is if he is bedding within eyesight of the tree stand, which I hope he isn't. I don't think he would be, but we'll see. I haven't made a decision definitively yet, but I'm kind of leaning towards the fact that I will be up the tree stand at the new 22 tomorrow, October 1st, hoping to film, not only for the first time, but film the first buck kill the first time, because there is a high probability that Bertier will be utilizing that bedding area tomorrow. So this is Ty. God bless. Good luck. For those of you that are hitting the woods out tomorrow, I will not be out in the morning. I'll be worshiping God at my church, and then I'll be going out to the tree stand to worship God from a tree. So be safe. Go home to your families after your hunts, which means stay connected at all times if you can. Do not step foot on your tree stand without being attached to some kind of safety harness, safety line, whatever it might be. Love your families, love yourself, love your life. Don't take it for granted. It can change in the blink of an eye, and being attached to some kind of safety line or safety harness at all times is your key to prove to those people in your life that want you to come home that you love them. This is Ty. God bless. Good luck out there.